This all-new Honda Civic carries a 50-year-old nameplate on it, and it has got 10 generations before it. But is it still the same Honda Civic we used to know? Because it sure doesn't look like one now. Ah, the Honda Civic, the car that has a special place in our hearts. It has come a long way since 1972 with the iconic hatchback silhouette, and many other generations after that, with a total of 27.5 million units sold in 170 countries. More than 153,000 units in Malaysia alone. This is a testament to its success and legacy. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of cars sold for a single nameplate, but its closest rival, the Toyota Corolla, sold more than 50 million units in 55 years. Yeah. So anyway, what's more important is, this Civic has been the best-selling C-segment sedan in Malaysia since it was launched. The sedan market is a shrinking segment as crossovers and SUVs are the preferred choice for its versatility. For whatever that's left in the C-segment market, the Civic model remains a popular choice against two worthy competitors, the Toyota Corolla Altis and the Mazda 3. There's just something about a Honda Civic that attracts us boys and men. It gives this, at least in my eyes, a boy racer feel, and to own one at a certain point in life does mean a lot to me. Yeah, 8th generation Civic FD, which I think is the best looking one. This 11th generation Honda Civic though, the Civic vibe has kind of gone. Honda went for a more mature, all grown-up look. Yes, it's all grown up in terms of size, longer and wider, but it is no longer aggressive and angular, just like the previous generation, the FC, Civic Ketam. It is now curvier with a more sophisticated look. Which camp are you? Yay or nay in terms of the design? You might change your mind at the end of this review. The one over there in red is the V variant, and if you were to top up 7,000 ringgit more, you get the Civic RS. They are essentially the same car, but this looks a lot sportier with all the cosmetic upgrades, which I think it is totally worth it. I think it looks best in white, especially for this RS variant, because you get to see the contrast and more details on the car, which makes me feel the front looks a bit unfinished, with the almost flower horn fish forehead look and the awkwardly placed RS badge. Did you know what the RS stands for? Race Spec, Road Spec, Racing Special, Rally Sport, Racer Spirit, Really Sporty, Ren Sport like the Porsche RS, Rare Sangat? No, none of those. It is road sailing. Yeah. Anyway, the headlights are full LED with a black ring in it as opposed to chrome in the rest of the variants, and you get LED fog lights at the bottom. The windscreen washers here are integrated into the wipers, which is a clever design. Why can't all cars have that? It is just more efficient and it looks cleaner. The wheels on this RS version, this I like, properly JDM boy racer vibe. Matte black 18-inch wrapped with Michelin Pilot Sport 4 as standard. The V variant gets a smaller 17-inch with Continental tyres. E variant gets 16-inch, which is way too small. The window frame lining is in black for the RS and not chrome. The door handles and side mirror covers are in black as well, and not body coloured like the other two variants. The door-mounted side mirrors are back just like the ones in the Civic FD and Civic FB for better visibility from the inside. They did it differently with the FC for some reason. One unique feature about the Civic is the way the roof is welded together. Typically on a normal car, you will see a black rubber strip running down the sides of the roof, just to cover the welding. Here, Honda uses laser brazing technology, so it is actually seamless, like it is one whole piece of structure, just like the Honda Accord. The side view looks the best. It rides lower than before. It's got a sport-back roofline, very sporty. I especially like this back half of the car with this unique kink on the window line and a very prominent shoulder line that runs across all the way to the back. The rear looks the safest, unlike the more angular rear on the Civic Ketam. But good thing it has got a aggressive and racy RS ducktail spoiler, together with the visible dual chrome exhaust tips, and of course the RS badge as well. That thing gets you thumbs up on the road, you know. When I first got into the cabin, it was a wow. This is impressive, with a very sophisticated look. It is not the Civic that I used to know anymore. This unique honeycomb design that runs across the dash is also the air vents, and you control them using these sticks that stick out. And it is actually quite solid and well built. The steering wheel looks nice. It has got pedal shifters on them, which is a must, of course. The meter cluster is part digital and part analog, which is the speedometer on the right, and on the left, 7-inch screen. Inside the rev counter, you can choose what you want to display. You can also do the settings on the head unit as well. Like for example, deleting the rev counter, which I don't know why you will want to do that, but you can. But I do like the overall RS theme design, very racy. In the center, you get this 9-inch full HD screen, which looks really good with the new interface. And you can do quite a lot of things in here as well for your vehicle settings, advanced driver assist systems and all that. You also get physical buttons on the right here for the important stuff like home, back and audio controls. Now, the best part is you get wireless Apple CarPlay. Android Auto is still wired. I've heard people complaining that this car doesn't come with wireless charging, you still need to plug in your iPhone to charge it, yet you get wireless Apple CarPlay. Seriously? Come on. You need Apple CarPlay every time you drive, but you do not need to charge your iPhone all the time. My recent drive from Kota Bharu back to KL, my iPhone was plugged in the whole entire way for 10 bloody hours in a Volvo. What's the point? Plus, wireless charging is slow and it makes the device really hot, and I can't just pick up my phone as and when I want to use it. So yeah, wireless Apple CarPlay over everything else. End of discussion. Moving along. This climate control setting area looks very nice, very expensive, and it feels like you are trying to crack a safe every time you adjust the AC. And it doesn't come with dual zone climate control, only single zone, not an issue for me. 2 USB ports down here, 12-volt socket. There's a large flat area for your Pro, Max, Ultra, Super Duper, abnormally large phones. I believe they can be fitted in here. I do like how they designed this gear shifter area to be as slim as possible, taking up minimal space. And you can actually rest your hand on top of the gear knob, just like an Audi. 2 large cup holders. For the first time ever in a Civic, a drive mode selector. There's Sport, Normal and Eco to choose from. Electronic parking brake. The armrest with a decent storage space in there. And if you pick up this tray here, turn it around, there's a little Easter egg to remind you how the original Honda Civic looks like. And it says here, the Civic history goes on. As compared to the rest of the variants, this RS model gets lots of red stitchings all around. The seats are different as well. It is a leather combination with suede. You get ambient lighting inlay for the door panels, and the roof liner is in black. Very sporty. Honda being Honda, as you can tell, they are very good at managing spaces. I'm 175 cm tall, I get plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom, even it has got a sloping roof line. This is actually very spacious for me. You get 2 air vents down here, 2 USB charging ports, 2 pockets behind the seats, armrests with cup holders. You don't get the ambient lighting back here though, but other than that, it is all good. It is a very nice place to be in. The boot space is now smaller than before at 497 litres, but that looks quite huge to me. Can fit quite a few luggage bags. If you need to fit in larger and longer items, you can fold the rear seats. Very nice and jolly all the way. Now to the things I like about this car. The car will remind you to check your rear seats every time you shut it down, just in case you forget your child or your nasi lemak bungkus at the back. You can check your blind spot using the lane watch function. The visual is fed from the camera underneath the left side mirror. You can turn it on from the signal stock or every time you signal left. You can remotely start the car using the key fob, either to warm it up in the morning or to cool it down during the daytime. The car will lock itself every time you walk away with the key fob. There is a solid continental feel in places like solid. Now to the things I don't like about this car. This part of the seat makes you feel like you're sitting on the plywood. It is flat and hard. Skinny or fat bum, you will feel very uncomfortable. The car sits really low. In fact, it is the lowest if you compare it with the Corolla Altis and the Mazda 3. So if you have a child that needs a car seat, you have a tough time putting them in and getting them out of the car. And you have a backache trying to strap them in. Yeah, first-hand experience. I know this honeycomb design is fancy and nice. Not only it will be a pain to clean, but how do I fit my Honda phone holder? How? I can't even fit a car air freshener here as well. It is nice to get these original Honda carpets, but it would be a nightmare to clean. These trapo mats fit perfectly in the cabin, and you can customize it with these red stitchings all around to fit the RS theme. It is easy to clean, smells good, and looks great as well. You must be thinking that this Honda Civic road sailing gets a beefed up engine to match its exterior look, but no, it is the same across the lineup. It is a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder VTEC turbocharged engine with a CVT box. It makes 182 horsepower and 240 Nm of torque. That's 9 horsepower and 20 Nm more than before. It is the same across all the variants. 0 to 100 km per hour time is actually different for all three variants. The E variant is the fastest at 8.3 seconds. The V variant, 8.4 seconds. The RS variant is the slowest, 8.5 seconds. That's because of the differences in wheel sizes and also curb weight. Max speed is the same across all at 200 km per hour. When it comes to safety, this all-new Civic is pretty well equipped. It comes with 6 airbags and the full range of Honda Sensing Advanced Driver Assist System, which includes lane departure warning, road departure mitigation, lane keep assist, forward collision warning, collision mitigation braking system, auto high beam, adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, and lead car departure notification, which is actually pretty useful, just like the one in the Pro.my V. So, how does it drive? To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting a lot from the drive after knowing how it looks. Yeah, I'm a bit shallow like that. I was pretty sure that it's going to be soft. It's without character, not a Civic at all. True enough, I was wrong. And I'm so glad that I was wrong. The Honda Civic DNA is still very much preserved and alive in here. In fact, Honda tightens everything up, makes it feel a bit more expensive, more refined, quite premium as well. It is rev happy, it's very eager. You get this boy racer feel, which is what you should expect from the Honda Civic. And Honda tops it off with smoothness and refinement. It is not the fastest car out there, but it is light on its feet and the power delivery is relentless. The CVT gearbox just keeps on giving. The steering is on point, nicely weighted, so fluid and precise, just point and shoot. And it just flows smoothly around fast curvy roads. The ride is actually very impressive. It is comfortable, it absorbs bumps very well, but yet it allows you to have that very sporty driving feel. It is blunted around corners, you would just lean in and go around sweeping bends with no drama, unwanted drama. This car just comes alive through trunk roads. Well, not that I'm encouraging you to go toge, but it can. So it now sounds like the perfect car to get, isn't it? Well, breaking news, there's no such thing as a perfect car. So here comes the big buts. Firstly, yeah, it is a very confidence-inspiring car, very competent, which you then tend to push it. Accelerate harder, brake later, and then things become a bit scary. The brakes are a bit soft and long, so it is very hard to predict. Secondly, it is the CVT. It is very smooth when you're around town, when you are accelerating gradually, it gives you a very nice feeling. But when you're going at it, when you put your foot down, it then revs up all the way to 4,000, 5,000 RPM, stay there for a long time until you reach about 140, 150 kilometers per hour. And then only it shifts up, which makes it feel like it is struggling, but in actual fact it is not. It gets worse when you're in sport mode. It is constantly revving at high RPM, all ready for you to accelerate hard again. Constantly high-strung, even though you have slowed down for a while. That's basically an overdrive mode. Normal mode works the best for all driving situations. And if you want to tone it down a little, make it less racy and eager, Eco mode makes it even smoother. Thirdly, it is the road noise. It is quite bad when you're on the highway at speed, and the wind noise as well, it is very obvious. Fourthly, it is the Honda Sensing ADAS system. It works very well. The lane keep assist is spot on. It keeps you within the lane perfectly. But it only works at speeds above 72 kilometers per hour, which means it can't keep you within the lane at traffic jams when you have your adaptive cruise control and low speed follow activated. Which is a shame, because else it can be like Volvo Pilot Assist. Even the Perodua Alza can do that. It's been a while since I sit really low in the car, zigzagging through traffic like an Ah Beng. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I felt good doing that, feeling youthful again. And the car is planted and eager. That's what a Honda Civic should be like. Now that I know it's a proper Honda Civic, I'm starting to like how it looks, because beauty is skin deep. Yeah, I'm not that shallow after all. It is just too bad that young buyers nowadays are going for crossovers and SUVs. They just don't know what they're missing out. If I were in my 20s, I would just get this over everything else. Heck, I might just get one now just to make myself feel younger. So, is this car for you? Well, if you're looking to upgrade from a smaller segment car to something with quality, comfort, sportiness and confidence in the drive, then yes, you will feel like you have achieved something in life. But if you think the Honda Civic image, especially with the RS kit, doesn't suit you and you would prefer a more calmer and less high-strung car, then probably not. If you want to find out more about this all-new 11th generation Honda Civic FE, do log on to AutoBuzz.my. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the logo or the subscribe button below. And please remember to turn on the notification bell whenever we upload a new video. And do support us by getting our t-shirts at AutoBuzz.shop. Thank you for watching. Sayonara.